Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 5 of the LCR IndyCar series, and today we have got a new challenger. Yes, the Amazement, some of you may know him from F1 Twitter, has joined the league here today, and he actually managed to get pole in his very first race there, so fantastic job by him. But yeah, that means the Aston Martin front row lockout, it's over, the dream, it's gone. But yeah, today that we head to round 5 of the championship here from the Nurburgring. Hopefully we can try and get another win on the cards after we became the first double race winner of the season last time out. But it's lights out and away we go then for the start of this race, heading down in towards turn 1. We're going to get the nose back up the inside of the Amazement as we didn't respond well to the lights there as we head through the through the stadium section. Even on lap 1, you can see we are sticking around the outside of him here at the moment, just trying to keep it nice and tidy there. A little bit of understeer coming out from him as we head through the final part of the corner there. He's just about able to hook it up around the outside. We make sure we give him the room on the exit of the corner there. But yeah, Amazement though has held on off the start of this race. You can see we're changing strategies, changing sort of lines in a couple of places around this circuit, so we'll wait and see as to how we go over the course of this race there. But yeah, coming down in towards the hairpin for the first time. Like I said, our main aim this week was just try and beat Jork again. You know, we're trying to build up a bit of a points margin over him at the moment there as we head up the hill through the Schumacher Racing. You can see just Amazement getting a little bit slow there. We have to bail out the throttle ever so slightly, and that's going to allow my teammate Dralex to get around the outside there. We almost accidentally slammed the door shut on Jork, which was by no means my intention there. As we head through the S's though, Dralex is just going to run a little bit deep there. Not quite slamming the ankles, we'll have to lift off a little bit more than I was expecting as we now head down in towards the final chicane of the lap though. It's going to be a drag race between the pair of us there. We're going to be much later though on the brakes, get the car chucked in through the final corner there, and we have survived the opening lap of the race there. But Amazement Joe, he still leads the way as we head on to lap 2 there, so it's really not been the ideal start for ourselves, but we need to make sure we keep applying the pressure on him at the moment and see if we can try and force an error out of him over the next few laps here, because, you know, if we can try and move our way back up into the lead and, you know, potentially go for 2 in a row and 3 from 5, we would be really happy with that here today. And I mean, obviously Joey won't be a title challenger, but I'm sure he can very easily get in the way if he wants to as well. As you can see, onto the end of lap 6, the pair of us have just pulled away a little bit from Jork. Dralex has actually dropped back quite drastically over the last couple of laps, so I think there's been a bit of contact that he'd unfortunately got roped into there. As you can see, heading on to lap 7 of the race, setting our new PB of the race, our 1 minute 36.0 here. We'd set 1:35.7s in practice leading up to this, so there was definitely a little bit more pace to find in the car as we head through the first couple of corners though. But yeah, like I said, we were just trying to apply the pressure, see if we could force an error out of him over these first few laps to, you know, sort of test the waters. If we got to the pit stop window and he was still ahead of us, maybe we'll have to try and start being a little bit more aggressive in the second half of this race. We can see coming down in towards the S section here, that was one place where we did tend to gain a little bit of time on him there. He just tries to get the car down 1 extra gear on the entry to open himself up the second part of the corner there, but you can chuck it in a little bit more, at least I could personally, as we head now down in towards the bottom of the hill there, down through the head. You can see pretty much, you know, getting as close to him as we dare there. Can we get the run through the Schumacher? I've got to be very careful that we don't get the aero wash there. Amazement does get quite a good run through the Schumacher and he has opened himself up a little bit of a margin once again. You know, sort of 10-15 feet is all it takes for some safety here. You can see coming down through the next S section though, just clips the inside curb there. That's going to run him out wide into the gravel trap, and that is going to move us up into the lead of this Nurburgring Grand Prix, the Grand Prix Europe here in the IndyCar series, and that was exactly the opening that we needed there. And yeah, like I said, now we've got back up into the lead of the race there. We've got a little bit of engine damage that we're going to have to deal with over these next couple of laps as well, but that was absolutely critical for ourselves, and now we need to try and see if we can pull away a little bit of a margin over Joe before we get in for the pit stop window here. And yeah, like I said, you know, if we can try and get 3 wins out of 5, certainly this championship looks like it's starting to recover a bit more to the form that I was hoping to come into this with as well. There, as you can see, onto lap 10 we go. Amazement had kept pretty close to us, you know, he kept us honest over these last couple of laps. Now, we made a couple of small mistakes as the tyres now are really starting to go off, and I don't know what it is about ourselves, but we can't seem to keep the tyres in good nick like a lot of other people there as we head now down in towards the final chicane once again. They ride the curbs as best as possible there, and down through the final corner. We're going to dive it in at the halfway stage of this race in for our one and hopefully only pit stop of the day there. Jordan is going to come in just behind us as well there, so it's going to be interesting to see if he makes any gains through the pit lane as well there. And it looks like he's gained about 2-3 feet as we head through the pit lane there. But coming back out though, you're going to see a couple of extra cars coming around the outside as we head down in towards turn 1 there. Back up the inside of Frobo Jobo we go. We can't afford to get stuck behind slower cars here in this race as we head through turn 2 and turn 3. He doesn't get the switch back on us, and yeah, we now move ourselves back up into P4 of the race there. So that was exactly what we needed there. But Joe has opted to stay out for an extra lap, so we might try and go for a bit of an overcut here, and that should leave him with some better tyres towards the end of the race. So we'll wait and see as to how that goes for him as well. There's see coming towards the end of lap 11 here, and you can see Dralax now had dived in, sorry, Apex even I should say, and Joe had both dived into the pit lane here, so it's going to be interesting to see where we come out in comparison to Joe there. He's out of the pit lane, but we do still stay in the lead of the racer. It's actually going to be very, very close between Jork and Joe as they head down in towards turn 1 there. I think Jork's been able to get the undercut on him, so Jork now, our main title rival, is now back up into P2 of the race here. And you can see onto the end of lap 12, Kez would be the final pitter as well there. So we would now move ourselves back up into the lead of the race. But like I said, yeah, Jork had moved himself back up into P2 of the race there. Joe had made a couple of small mistakes as well there that had given Jork a little bit of breathing room at this stage of the race as well, even, sorry, I should say. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see, you know, if Joe's tyres come back in good nick towards the end. You know, he's got a little bit of an advantage. Will Jordan let him through and hope that we have a battle, or will Jordan just try and hold on to track position and safely try and bring home the points? Only time will tell in this race there, as we've only got 7 laps to go now of this race. As we head now on to the final lap then of this race, you can see Jork is still behind us there. Joe has held the gap pretty stable as well, so those two are looking very, very close as we head on towards this final lap of the race there. Dralax, my teammate, back up into P4 of the race as well. You know, we have still got to focus on the team's championship as well here at the moment as we head through the first couple of corners of lap 20. They're running a little bit wide. You can see these tyres really, really starting to go off. Just trying to dab the handbrake where we need to as well there. And there is the warning, 80% tyre wear on both the front left and the front right there. And that might allow Jordan to get a little bit closer to us. We can see Joe looks to be applying a lot more pressure to him than he is to ourselves at the moment there as we head down the hill for the final time in this race. You know, we've got to be quick but careful here. The tyres, you know, they could very, very easily give up, and we just find ourselves running into a gravel trap. And like we saw at Laguna Seca a couple of weeks ago, I was still really, really conscious of the tyres completely going off like we saw back then as we head through the Schumacher S. They're going to be very, very close to running it into the gravel trap there, but we do hold on this time around. And yeah, now we just need to be sensible through the final couple of corners of this race there. And as we head down onto the back straightaway for the final time, don't run it towards the gravel trap there. Quick but careful. You know, we're already a second off our PB at the moment, which is something you don't really see with Forza tyre wear all too often there. Break it down nice and tidily in towards the chicane for the final time there. Ride the curbs nicely, get a good run in towards the final corner. Obviously, make sure you don't hit the inside wall there. I'm really, really struggling with the understeer. But out of the final corner, though, it is going to be win number 3 of the championship there. And like I said, 2 in a row as well. That was exactly what we needed. A 1:35.890 as well as our fastest lap of the race there. And that is going to be another race victory when all is said and done. Another couple of bonus points for the fastest lap as well. You know, that is absolutely critical for us in this championship. And as we head down in towards the final couple of rounds then of this season, we have now got a 16-point lead over Jordan, but with the drop rounds it's up to 26. So if we can get a good race out next time at Indianapolis, you know, get ourselves, you know, an upwards of a 30-point advantage before after drop rounds even, I should say, I would be very, very happy with that indeed. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, do make sure you do get yourself subscribed, and we will be back next time out where we head for round 6, the penultimate round of the season. We head to IndyGP.